Hello friends, in this video we will be discussing about the concept of file management, and what we are trying to do is we will be trying to copy the content of one file into other file. So how we can do that? We will be trying to do it sequentially. So first of all, what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to create two objects of a predefined structure file. This is predefined structure. So what we are trying to do, we are trying to create the two objects of pointer type to refer the file pointer. So we have created two objects fp1 and fp2. Now we need to open a file. In the previous video we have discussed about it, that how to open a file. So file can be opened with the function fopen, which takes two parameters. The first parameter is the file name. Second parameter is the mode in which file is to be opened, because file can be open to read, to write, or to append. There are three options available to us. So here we are trying to copy the content of one file into the other file. So at the same time we will be opening two files. Very simple example I want to tell you, that suppose you want to copy some text from one notebook to other notebook. What we are trying to do? We are trying to open both the notebooks. The first notebook we will be trying to open to read, and then we'll be trying to open the second notebook to write. So the same case happens over here. We will be opening two files, one from which we will be reading, and the second in which we will be writing. So here file1.txt I have opened to read from it, and the file 2 fp2. So the name of the file is file2.txt, in which I will be writing the content which I am reading from file 1. So here the content of file1.txt will be copied into file2.txt, right? Okay. Now to perform copy operation, copy means just reading from somewhere and writing into the file. So for that, what we have done, we have read the content. First of all, we have read the content from file 1 using getC method. GetC. Get means to take, and C is character. Means this function is used to read a single character from file. It takes only one argument, and that argument is the file pointer from which we are supposed to read the file or read the content. So getC is to read a content from where it will be reading from fp1, and fp1 is what? File1.txt. So whatever the content it has read, it will be stored in ch, means a single character which is read from the file will be stored in ch. Now this reading process will be continued until the file pointer reaches to end of file. Now in file management there is a special concept known as end of file. In string we have seen that all the strings are terminated by null character. Likewise, all the files are ended with end of file. It's a special type of character, or we can say special type of delimiter, which is known as end of file. All the files are ended with end of file. So we will be reading the data from file one character at a time, and we will be reading 111 sequentially, and at last when we will be reaching at end of file, we will stop our loop, or we will stop reading that file. Okay, so whatever the content we have read will be stored in ch. Whatever the content is read to be written inside the file, so that can be possible with the help of putc. So the value which we have read is stored in ch. The same value we will be writing into fp2. So it is same. There are two notebooks. You are reading from one notebook, and the same you are writing into other notebook. Again you will be reading from the first notebook. You will be writing into second notebook. Again from the next statement you are reading from the first notebook. You will be writing into the second notebook. And this you are repeating until the assignment gets over. So here also We will be reading one character at a time and we will be writing that character. We will be reading the character, we will be writing the character, and this will be repeated until file pointer reaches to end of file. Very simple. Okay. This printf is just to check out whether exactly the content is being written or not. So whatever the content it will read and write into the file, the same will be printed on the screen also. So we can verify that whatever the content available with file 1 is written perfectly or not. Okay. So after this process, reading and writing process, we are supposed to close both the files. So we have closed both the files. Now just we open this file 1. So file 1, the content here is, this is a sample program to write into a file. Okay, now I am adding one other statement. This program is to copy the content of the file. Okay, we have written another statement here. Now this, the content of this file is to be copied into file 2, right? So now I am executing this code. So now copying is going on, and you can see now this is a sample program to write into the file. This program is to copy the content of file. Now we open file2.txt. The same content should be written over there. So yes, you can see. So in file2.txt, the same content of file 1 and file 2 both are identical. Why? Because we have copied the content of file 1 into file 2. Okay. So this is how we can able to copy the content of one file to other. I hope you understood this concept and you like this video. Thank you for watching the video.